Unearthed is a unique competition to discover Animal Planet's first ever Filmmaker of the Year. 6 aspiring programme makers are about to undergo an intensive training course in a South African game reserve. Wildlife filmmaking takes a lifetime to master, but our students have got just 3 weeks. It's all happening here at the Shamwari Game Reserve, where Animal Planet's Lyndal Davies will be teaching them all about the wildlife on offer.
If you run, that elephant's going to chase you, and chances are you're going to be killed.
I'm Barron, the director of Unearthed, and I've assembled a crack team of experts to follow the students' progress and teach them the essentials of wildlife filmmaking.
When I looked at this camera, I always thought, my God, look at this. But it's actually quite simple.
They have 3 weeks to impress our experts and make a film professional enough to be broadcast around the world. But there can be only one winner. It's a fast track to getting noticed, the chance of a lifetime.
Welcome to Unearthed. In a unique experiment, we're bringing 6 amateur filmmakers from around the globe to this massive game reserve in South Africa to see if they've got what it takes to cut it in the highly competitive wildlife film industry.
6 ordinary people with an extraordinary passion for wildlife were selected from thousands of video applications to take part in this unique filmmaking course. And they're going to be guided every step of the way by our expert crew.
Oh my God, here we are.
23-year-old Julia is from Denmark. She works as an account assistant, but always wanted to be in wildlife filmmaking.
There was a lot of jumping. I'm not sure there was anything going through my mind. There was just a lot of jumping. I jump a lot for some reason when I get excited, and I hug my friend who's with me at work. And just still disbelief.
Brian, how are you feeling?
Absolutely out of this world. It's fantastic.
Brian is 47, the oldest student to be selected. He works as an aircraft engineer, but at weekends he likes to get close to nature.
I am going, but can't believe it. It's, you know, why me? You know, I'm not special.
It's just amazing. It's just really, really big. It's a very out of Africa experience for me.
31-year-old Jin Pin is from Singapore. She's a freelance writer.
It's an amazing place. We spotted some animals on the way up already.
They'll live in the heart of the reserve. It's here some of the most magnificent and dangerous animals on Earth roam freely in 60,000 acres of African wilderness.
Just look out the window, it's just vast, it's never ending. Oh, it's crazy. It's insane.
Aaron is just 20 years old. He's a university student from Sydney.
Why should you choose me? It could be because of my extensive knowledge of animal calls. When I got the phone call, I screamed when I heard.
What do you think you're going to learn while you're here?
I'm hoping I'm going to learn a lot. I'm hoping I will. I'm really keen on learning how to film documentaries, so it should be good.
This is the best day ever.
29-year-old Carla is from Mexico. She works as a sales assistant, but wants to swap the shop floor for the great outdoors.
I think that Carla was made to be a filmmaker.
It has been a childhood dream to work for wildlife. Initially, my parents were against it, but now they know that there is no stopping this man.
28-year-old Mayor is from India. He works in his father's electrical shop. But at weekends, he heads out to a local game reserve with his video camera.
When I received the first phone call that I have been selected amongst thousands, was the biggest shock in my life.
Our lucky 6 all want to be wildlife filmmakers. They're about to find out why this is the place to realise their dreams.
Yeah, he's actually behind one of the youngsters.
There's an even smaller foal over there.
What else could one ask for? You look here,
Yeah.
you see your oryx over there. You look here, you see a rhino. Look here, there are...
There's actually an incredible feeling of having left everything behind us.
Yes.
Isn't there?
Our 6 amateur filmmakers are used to making videos at home with their camcorders, but they have no experience working with professional TV equipment. So we've set up a production headquarters right in the centre of the reserve to teach them how.
It's always exciting seeing animals in the wild for the first time. But this isn't going to be any holiday for our filmmakers. Over the next few weeks, they're going to have to master high-tech edit equipment and professional cameras. And I can tell you now, it isn't going to be easy.
We've assembled a crack team of industry experts to train the students in every aspect of filmmaking. First up, expert cameraman Justin.
So I'm going to just give you a little sort of familiarisation with the camera. I guess we could start with the on button, which is a lot of this is very obvious, you know. But I mean, look at all the buttons. I mean, you count all the buttons, there must be like 50 buttons on there. When I looked at this camera, I always thought, my God, look at this. But it's actually quite simple. From time to time, you might get...
It's complicated stuff. But the only real way to learn this equipment is to get out and use it. And we're throwing them in at the deep end.
You're in charge of one person. You've got complete trust in that one person. You've got complete faith in that one person. And that one person is you.
We're starting off with one of the hardest animals to film, the giraffe. They're called the sentinels of the forest because their height means they can spot danger from a long way off. But that means it will be very difficult for our students to get close to them. They're going to have to keep very quiet. The students must begin thinking like wildlife filmmakers from the start.
Okay, what we're doing is we're going in there. There could be big cats, there could be lions, there could be leopards. There's real danger in there, okay? So I'm going to hand you over to Julius. It's important, I think, Julius, that you tell them what to do if we do come up against any lions or leopards.
Okay, in situations like those, you actually have to stand your ground. It's best to actually not to run, because as soon as you run, then that's actually how they'll actually go for you. Because whatever they catch, it's always on the run. So if you stand your ground, you're actually challenging that animal. It means that you can't do anything to me. I'm also as confident as you are. Then it won't actually come for you.
Shall we go? You guys ready?
Yep. You ready?
Hold on, guys. Just here. What you got here? You can tell there's actually giraffe in the area, okay? This is giraffe droppings. Okay. So, that's a good sign, giraffe are in the area. We're on the right trail.
Cool.
Okay.
The giraffes are just up ahead.
Let's go closer to those bushes and see what...
Just here,
and see how
what's
the reaction.
Okay, it looks like they have seen us. You can see they're lifting their heads over there, but they're continuing to feed. So that's always a good sign.
I'm seeing them for the first time in my life, so I've not even seen them in a zoo. So I'm really thrilled and excited about it.
This seems like a good place to stop. The trick is to be ready, but none of the students are.
You're making a lot of noise, the animals are going to scatter. So now put your camera up. I think they need a bit of help.
If you were doing this, are there things that you'd go through as like a checklist in your head for the shots? Like if you were in this position and you were doing the wide, would you get like, you know, a landscape? Would you get a pan, or what would you...
If you're going to put together a little story about these giraffes, first of all you need a wide shot, then you need your close-ups. But I would do them in a different order. I would get the close-up first, because you don't know how long the animal's going to be there for.
Okay.
The animal could suddenly disappear, but at least you've got your close-up. You're learning as we go along, but always have your tape ready to go, so when you arrive in the field, you can go straight away.
Maya has never used a tripod before, and it looks as though he's not planning on starting now.
Maya, you should really be on your tripod. Okay. Because when you're zooming in so far, your shot's going to be very wobbly.
Shake.
You've got a tripod.
Okay.
Quietly set it up, you can get a nice stable shot. But with a wobbly shot, no one's going to use that shot.
It's been a really messy start. They're making a lot of mistakes and no one's prepared. But this is the way to learn, by doing. If they make the mistakes here, they won't make them again next time.
Okay, jump in. Notice how Brian's carrying his tripod. He's got his camera here, he's ready to shoot. Everything's balanced, he can set it up in an instant. So just put it back onto your shoulder like that. So you're resting it there, you're balancing it here. You can move with it very quickly now, and you can set it up very quickly. Just now I saw you sort of dragging it along like a suitcase. Brian's got it there. That's really good position. You see cameramen, news cameramen, you see them running like this with big heavy cameras. Just means you can put it down, set it up, and you can shoot.
I think our filmmakers were a little bit overwhelmed to start with. They were being bombarded from all sides. Do this, don't do that. Then again, that's usually the best way to learn, a baptism by fire.
Coming up, the hard work begins as our students take on their first Unearthed challenge, finding and filming the magnificent giraffe. Ordinary people with a passion for animals have arrived in South Africa to undertake a unique challenge. With help from our expert team of TV professionals, we're going to turn them into wildlife filmmakers, and all in just 3 weeks. They've been thrown straight into their training, learning that tracking animals isn't easy.
You're making a lot of noise, the animals are going to scatter.
And in a high predator environment, it's dangerous.
It's best to actually not to run, because as soon as you run, then that's actually how they'll actually go for you.
But the big cats aren't the deadliest animals out here.
The students are slowly coming to grips with the basics. But before they go any further, they need to realise that wildlife filmmaking can be a very dangerous business. Our ranger Darius is about to introduce them to the most dangerous animal they'll ever encounter.
Right, this snake over here is a puff adder. All right, it's one of South Africa's snakes that's responsible for the most snake bites in the world. Now the snake is now not moving because it's cold. But the snake is the fastest striker snake, or fastest striking snake in South Africa.
If any of our students stepped on a puff adder while filming, it could be a quick end to their filmmaking career.
Now, if this snake bites you, you've got about 24 hours. Your flesh is going to start rotting if you don't get to hospital, and eventually you might even lose your limb.
Even though 9 times out of 10 they're sleeping or under a bush, they demand respect.
But the puff adder isn't the only killer out here.
Cape Cobra. This is a snake that you'll see most in this area. One of the most dangerous snakes in this area. See its defensive position there, making a hood, it's following my movement. And this snake has got a neurotoxic venom. Okay, if this guy gets hold of you, you've got about half an hour to get to hospital.
We just wanted to demonstrate to you, that generally when you are walking in the bush, you don't really watch where you're going. You're watching your step, but you're not looking at what's around. So at any time, any one of you could have actually trodden on one of those snakes. So tread very carefully from now on, okay, team? Okay.
It's been a sobering lesson that could save a wildlife filmmaker's life. Now, time to get back to filming those giraffes. And this time, will our students remember to keep quiet?
Bring up this very slowly, okay? Because the animals can hear you. You're making a lot of clattering.
They're making so much noise. I'm surprised the giraffe are even sticking around.
Sure enough, the giraffes are feeling threatened and are moving away. We need to get closer without scaring them further into the bush.
Well, everyone seems to have got some nice wide shots. We keep telling them to keep quiet, and if they do, we can get closer.
Okay, everybody, move out. They're right in front of us. No noise now.
We have a great vantage point to film some fantastic shots of the giraffe, and despite all the noise our students have been making, the giraffe seemed to be settling down.
The students are finally getting their giraffe shots. But this is as close as we're going to get as a large group.
It's just hard getting close to the animals because, they're wild. They're not in the zoo. They're not used to seeing people. If they don't want to be near you, they're going to walk off.
Aaron's had enough. He's asked our ranger if he can try and get closer without the others. He's keeping quiet, and the giraffes are not feeling threatened.
Nice. It's pretty cool. There's a giraffe right to my left, only probably like 10-20 meters away. It's just amazing that it's just right there, so close.
Out of all the students, it's Aaron who's getting in there to get the shot. Taking the initiative is what wildlife filmmaking is all about.
It's up and it's
Overwhelming. It was terrific. I can't believe it.
Aaron might have got his close-ups, but it's getting late, and the others are out of time. But on the way back to base, we get lucky.
This is fantastic. We've just come across another family of giraffes, so whoever missed their shots earlier is going to get another chance right now. Should we just stop? We've chanced upon another family of giraffes. All right, get rolling. And so far, they seem relaxed. The baby is just 4 weeks old and is at its most vulnerable. The father is coming over to check us out, and the rest of the students are finally going to get their close-ups. If they can get organised. Giraffes are usually nervous, but this dominant bull is standing his ground.
It was amazing to see the baby giraffe because I think that was the first time I've seen a baby giraffe, so that was really cute.
The bull is challenging us, and as wildlife filmmakers, we need to know when to back off.
You have to understand the behavior of an animal when you're filming a wild animal, and that is why you have to study these wild animals in detail. because they cannot talk, they cannot communicate.
Time to leave. And time for the students to find out if their work is up to scratch.
That's a nice shot. That's very nice.
Back at the production headquarters, I'm assessing their first day's camera work.
You find that animals repeat their behaviour. I mean, not that many animals are unpredictable. If they're doing something once, the chances are they'll do it again. Perfect. So you sat there, you knew he was going to bring his head up, and you've got a nice shot. Okay, so you're following a giraffe here, that's nice and smooth. As soon as you lose him, hold your shot. Hold it for 10 seconds, which it looks like you're doing. Good. That's good. That's good. You got the end to the shot there, which was good. You haven't tried to go looking for him, you've let your shot in.
I was kind of, I don't really know what I'm meant to be doing. I don't know if I've done this right, but no, the criticism was good and it helped a lot, and I didn't screw up too badly, so...
It's nice and stable.
That's very stable.
Hands are off the tripod, that's nice. That's a nice
great.
shot.
But nothing can beat good old creative experimentation.
Oh, this is me. This is the camel feeding.
This is giraffe cam.
This is giraffe cam.
Do you think it worked?
No.
That was very good for your first time out with the cameras, very good. You realise now that it's all about practice. So get as much practice as you can, and next time we go out, all this will be ironed out and we can move on to the next level.
Finally, we're at the end of a long day's training.
Dear Video Diary. Oh, we had our lectures and tutorials, which were awesome. Learned so much. My brain is in pain.
Today was the first taste of how wildlife filmmaking really is. And it isn't easy. It isn't easy at all.
Yes, we made a lot of mistakes, but let's see. We have to correct them tomorrow.
We're learning from our own mistakes, but we're also learning from everybody else's mistakes. So it's just, the whole thing is one massive, exciting, long learning curve.
Every day I'm learning some things that I never learned in college. I'm having this great opportunity to see animals that I've never seen before. And I've been with people from all around the world that I never thought I was going to be.
Really, really looking forward to tomorrow. I can't wait. It's just wondrous what's going on, and long may it continue.
It's been a steep learning curve for our 6 Unearthed students, and things are only going to get a lot tougher.
Next time on Unearthed, the Unearthed competitors face down a herd of stampeding wildebeest.
My whole body was shaking and my heart was just pounding. I thought it would come out of my body.
Have they got what it takes to become the Unearthed Filmmaker of the Year?